and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Keera, and if you like paranormal games, urban legends, stuff like that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to do another paranormal game. The game that we're going to cover and go over today is the Man in the Field game. If you've been around for a while, or you've watched one, maybe two, three, however many paranormal games that you've watched on this channel, you know that this light atmosphere is not going to work. We're going to need to make it a little bit spookier, a little bit darker. There we go. Now I think we can start the video. The Man in the Field game is among many of the most dangerous paranormal games and rituals. This game has many similar attributes as a few other paranormal games, like the Candle game along with the Midnight game, or Midnight Man, which I have covered on this channel, and I'll leave it in the corner. I don't know which corner it's going to be in, but it's going to be somewhere here. Okay. So what the two games have in common with the Man in the Field, that you'll have a task to complete after you have done the summoning, and you will have to watch your back as you perform these tasks. The Man in the Field game has been around for centuries, and the instructions for the games have been passed down generation to generation before there was technology. So no phones, no computers, nothing like that. So it's been around for a while. And since we are in the age of social media, the game will probably be around for a while, reaching to a wider audience and people who would be interested in playing this game. There are claims that the game originated in the British Isles during the Middle Ages, whereas a bunch of other people believe the game was invented and created more in the digital age era. Just a simple urban legend or fun little thing to gain popularity and get attraction. So if you do this ritual or game successfully and you complete it, you will be completely safe for exactly 1 calendar year. However, what you're safe from will depend on what time you start the ritual or game. And I will explain more on that after we go through the rules, warnings, how many people, what time you should play it at the end of the video, so it makes more sense. But if you would like to know what you would be safe from before we get into that, I'll put a timestamp right here. And you can go look at that and then come back and then listen to the rules and everything if that is something that interests you. So now let's get into the game, on how to play, how many people, and every single step that you'll need if you would like to complete this game. Also, I would like to put a warning. I do this on every paranormal video that can cause death or something bad happening. So heed my warning. I'm not responsible if you play this game and something bad happens. You are playing it on your own fruition. I think that's a word. If it's not, but anyway, now, after the warning, let's get into the video. So you might be asking yourself, how many participants do you need to play this game? You only need one, yourself. So requirements to play this game include a house with a back garden or backyard. Inside the house should be at least one room that has only one door. Ideally, this room should be empty, and ideally the sole door should have a lock. Number 2, a non-electronic source of illumination. A candle or lantern works as well, as long as you have a supply of matches or a lighter. Number 3, a crucifix. Number 4, an analog watch or clock. Do not use a cell phone. It won't work. So now let's go into the instructions on how to start the game or ritual. Begin after sunset, but before midnight. How much time you leave yourself is up to you, but it is not recommended that you begin less than 1 hour before midnight. Why are you barking? You okay? You just taking a nap? It's okay. Sorry, Coco. Number 2, clear the house and backyard of other people. Make sure you have your crucifix on your possession, whether it's in your pocket, in your hand, or wherever you would like to keep it on yourself. It is very important that you keep it with you until the instructions tell you otherwise. Number 3, light your candle or lantern. Number 4, enter the backyard and turn to face the house. Repeat the following phrase 7 times. But who will scare the crows away? 5. After the 7th repetition, listen closely. If you hear nothing, the summoning has failed. Do not proceed. Although there are no known negative consequences for simply returning to your house, it is recommended that you leave the premises immediately. Do not return until after 6 a.m. If you hear a voice behind you or even in your own head, the summoning has been successful. You may proceed. The voice will say, "That's not your biggest problem." It is very important to heed this warning because this is the beginning of the game. Number 6. Return to your house and close the door behind you. Do not look back. Like I said, now the game has begun, and it is important that you listen and take in every step carefully if you would like to make it out of the night alive. Number 1. Go to the room with only one door. Ideally, the room should be empty of all objects, but if it is not, close anything in it that might be open, like drawers, closets, windows, doors, boxes, containers, bags, anything. Do not miss anything. If it is able to be opened, and if it is opened, you must close it. That will be your safe room. Number 2. Leave the crucifix in the safe room. Continue carrying your candle or lantern. 3. Exit the safe room. Number 4. Everything else in your house that is capable of opening will also be opened. Your task is to close everything. Everything must be closed before your clock strikes 12. That is very important. Number 5. If you see a man with ashen skin in your peripheral vision, do not look at him. Do not make eye contact with him. However, there is no need to fear him. Simply go about your business. He is not the man in the field. He's more like a referee for the game ahead. Number 6. Do not look into the backyard. Number 7. Do not look into the backyard. Number 8. Do not look into the backyard. Number 9. If you do look into the backyard, go immediately to your safe room and close and lock the door, especially if you see a scarecrow or a man-like creature in the backyard. Find your crucifix and grasp it tightly. Pray you do not leave anything open in the room. Do not open the door before 6 a.m., no matter what you hear or don't hear. Also, this is where things can get dangerous, especially if you look into the backyard and see the scarecrow, man, or creature. So heed this warning. If you see the scarecrow, he will also see you. And when he sees you, he will begin to climb down from his post. This is the man in the field. From the moment he turns his gaze to you, you will have no more than 60 seconds to reach your safe room and lock the door. Do not, under any circumstances, open the door before 6 a.m. If you do, he'll take something of yours. Something you need, something you can't live without, even quite possibly your head. So now, I'm going to tell you how to close the game and how the game should end. Number 1. After you have closed everything in your house and you are positive that you have closed everything in your house, go to your bed and close one final thing, your eyes. Number 2. Sleep, if you can. Do not open your eyes. Number 3. If you wake up in the morning, congratulations, you've won. Now that you made it through the game and won, I'm going to be telling you and going into more detail on what you will get for completing this game or ritual. So like I said in the beginning of this video, if you successfully complete the ritual, you will be completely safe for 1 calendar year. However, what you are safe from will depend on how you began the ritual. If you began 3 hours before midnight, your safety is physical. You will suffer no illness, you will suffer no injury, and you will remain in perfect health for 1 calendar year. If you begin 2 hours before midnight, your safety is physical and financial. You will remain in perfect health, and you will never want money for 1 calendar year because it will always show up when you need it. If you begin 1 hour before midnight, your safety is complete and total. Your actions will cause no negative consequences in any way for you for 1 calendar year. Although I will say it is very unlikely for anybody to complete the ritual game within an hour before midnight. Also, I would like to leave this on one final note. If you are forced to flee and run from your safe room, you also better hope that you didn't leave any single thing open in your house. If you did, he'll still be able to get in. And that is the game, The Man in the Field. It for sure is one of the scarier ones that I have read and researched, and I personally would not want to play this game. But anyway, that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on the game? And is there any other paranormal game that you would like to see on this channel? But anyway, that concludes our video for today, so have a good morning, evening, or night, depending when you're watching this. If you're watching this at night, you're crazy if you're watching this at night. Why? Scary. But as always, remember, sometimes it isn't worth it trying to play fate and get good luck for a year. Sometimes it's better just to take your cards as they're dealt. Okay, bye guys!